In this video, we will go over how to graph inequalities on number lines. By the end of this video, you will know how to take an inequality statement that includes a variable, an inequality symbol, and a number, and graph it on a number line just like the one we see right here. To begin, let's go over our 4 inequality symbols. You can see them in the top right corner of your screen. For our symbols greater than and less than, we are going to graph using an open circle, meaning a circle that's not shaded in. What that means is that the number that we are graphing on is not a solution to our inequality. The next 2 symbols are greater than or equal to and less than or equal to. These 2 symbols include the number that we are graphing on as a solution to the inequality. We show that with a closed circle or a shaded in circle. So there are only 3 real steps to graphing our inequalities on a number line. First, we want to locate our number on our number line. So if we look at this inequality right here, this reads x is greater than or equal to 3. So we know that we're going to have a circle at the number 3. The next step is to determine if the circle should be open or closed. Because our inequality symbol is greater than or equal to, that means that we need a shaded in or a closed circle at 3. That means that the number 3 is included in part of our inequality solution because our symbol says greater than or equal to. Next, we determine the direction of the arrow. So we'll have an arrow either going to the right for greater than or to the left for less than. Since this inequality symbol says x is greater than or equal to 3, we will highlight all values to the right or all values that are greater than 3. So we'll include our arrow right here. So this graph shows the inequality statement, x is greater than or equal to 3. Our next example uses a slightly more complicated number line. We have both positive and negative values, but we're going to take the exact same steps that we did in our first example. So we'll start by locating -4 on our number line. Next, we'll decide if we need an open or closed circle. Since our inequality statement says x is less than or equal to -4, we have that line located underneath our less than symbol. That means that -4 is included, so we want to use a closed circle at -4. Next, since our inequality symbol is a less than or equal to symbol, we want to highlight all values to the left or all values that are less than -4. So this graph shows the inequality statement, x is less than or equal to -4. Our next example reads x is less than 600. You'll notice here that we do not have a line underneath our less than symbol. That means that we are going to need to use an open circle at 600, which is our number. That means that 600 is not a solution to our inequality. Next, we are going to graph everything to the left of 600 or anything that is less than 600. So all values to the left of 600 are less than 600. So we'll graph to the left, and this graph shows x is less than 600. Our final inequality reads x is greater than -665. Once again, we don't have a line under our greater than symbol, so this inequality symbol is just greater than, and -665 is not considered part of our solution. So we need an open circle at -665. Then because we have a greater than symbol, we need to graph all values that are greater than -665, which are all values to the right of -665 on our number line. So this example right here shows x is greater than -665.